What's good, y'all? It is Obi Middleman. So Flow Daddy Flow with some very interesting information. Before we continue, please remember to drop a like and subscribe. Let's go.
Y'all ain't gonna believe this shit. The judge told Diddy basically to go to hell today. But that ain't it. And everybody talking about that, but it's the ruling that he said on Cassie's issue and the Fall of Diddy documentary done by Warner Brothers that's really the shit we need to talk about. Oh, and spoiler alert, you know how we really only know Cassie's a victim through this trial hearing today? I think we know who the other victim is, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. So today, Mohawk Diddy had some serious rulings, and he took a L. If you remember, his star-studded legal team said prosecution ain't playing fair. They're giving him evidence at the last minute, and because of that, they wanted a 2-month extension. Now, I always thought a 2-month extension kind of sounded whack. Why? Because Diddy's team was the one that asked for a speedy trial. And the judge agreed with me. The judge looked him right in his face and said, you got 4 high-powered legal teams. You better be ready for May 5th. And then Diddy was looking back at the judge, looking like old man Winter, and said, okay. Now let's get to the next issue, the issue with Cassie. If you recall, they wanted Cassie to turn over her memoir and her bank statements and all her notes. Of course, Cassie didn't want to do that, and the judge agreed. Well, mostly. Check this out. The judge granted a motion for just the memoir to be turned over, but she doesn't have to turn over her financial documents. Why did they want those financial documents? Diddy wanted those financial documents from Cassie because he believed it showed that she was paid off by big-time liquor companies to go after him. Judge shut all that down. Let's go to the next topic. Now, the next topic was the Fall of Diddy that was done by Warner Brothers, the documentary. Now, the Fall of Diddy had a lot of outtakes from ex-girlfriends that wasn't actually in the movie, but the defense want all of the footage, not just the footage they dropped on the doc. And the crazy thing is, the documentary was so important, I started thinking and I figured out something. Stay with me. Now, the Warner Brothers lost this ruling. They tried to argue that it was freedom of the press, but the judge says the outtakes from the documentary will be admitted, allowed as evidence. And that's what brings us back to this woman. Now, who is this woman? Kat Pazion? And now I believe Kat is one of the victims that haven't been named because of this right here happened in Fall of Diddy. Diddy's ex-girlfriend Kat detailed an alleged non-consensual incident where Diddy forced himself on her while he was under the influence of what she believed is recreational rug Tusi. If you remember, Tusi is what they called the pink cocaine. After this non-consensual, Kat went on to claim that weeks later Diddy threatened to get her deported to her home country of Canada in a phone call. Now, it was the defense that requested all of her outtakes and everything from that documentary from Warner Brothers. If she wasn't an important person in the case, why would they be doing all that? I believe she's one of the victims. Today, Diddy and his defense tried it, and the judge did not like it. What if I told you?
Man, as I said, man, if Flow Daddy Flow say that it's not looking good for Diddy, then it's not looking good for Diddy. Let me fix my Marino. Sorry. Yeah, it's always bugging out. Anyways, if Flow Daddy Flow say that Diddy ain't getting bail, well, you might not get bail. And remember to share your thoughts and comments before we even go further, right? So remember when DJ Vlad say that he got great information from a Fed saying that Diddy will get bail? Now Flow Daddy giving us information showing that it might not be for Diddy. Diddy might take the fall. They say when the Fed try to take you down, the only thing that you can get is a lower sentence. Because they say it's actually the Feds trying to take down Diddy. But this is what I feel like, right? It's not necessarily the Feds trying to take down Diddy. I feel like it's a group trying to take down Diddy, using the feds to push their hand, right? Because if you don't know, ever since Diddy, go crazy on the Ciroc situation, right? Whole lot of money scandal and all of that shit, they try to take him down. Ever since he did that, and we know many people who, whether sue a company, millions of dollars, and they have the upper hand. Many times they take them out, or they do some type of shit to get them in jail. So I'm guessing this might be the same situation. Many people speculating that that's the reason why Diddy is going down. Not necessarily all the allegations of him doing bad to people. They just using that to take him down, because that's the only way they could take him down, right? But this is what I feel. This is my final thing. I always said it, but I understand that I definitely need to say it all the time to really let everyone know where I stand. For all the things that he's accused of doing, if it is true, he should be in jail. Justice should be made. So never ever feel like I'm on Diddy's side. I got family too. Man. So I would never be on the wrong side of history, man. Come on now. Remember to follow me on Instagram, man. All the ladies checking. This is not my personal Instagram. This is my business Instagram. So you can follow me. Do what necessary, man. It is OB Media. Thank you for your precious time. See you all later.